Hey, we're back with a new video. Hey, so we're just gonna flip on over through July. Get it? Get over there. Okay, so no, we're gonna start with this future log that I added later. It's all the races that are coming up that maybe I'll go to. Maybe I just need to stop thinking about when they are, even though I'm not going to them, and write them down. So now I can just flip back there and look at it. I also have my race prep checklist, since maybe you saw in one of my previous videos. I'm never ready in the morning. So here we go with July, and then the summary of some highlights there. My monthly calendar, which I fill out a week at a time, and that's working out very well for me. My park runs. Here's my little field of flowers for each mile that I've run so far. The video list. Just some brain dumpage. And then some of that eating tracking that I don't know what I'm really getting from. Oh, the Twin Sizzler 5K. I just wrote down my highlights for that. More of this eating tracking. I didn't really like how this was looking, so I tried to jazz it up and track sleep, activity, and eating, but that's pretty ugly. So here's the Veterans 5K notes that I took, and switching up this daily summary layout. And then I have this weekly, which tracks sleep, activity, work, and eating. It's very aesthetic on the little blue boxes for water, but wasn't very functional to look back on. It just looks kind of okay. So now we're here to set up August, and I was trying to pick a color and decided I wanted all the colors. So I went ahead and pre-outlined the word August just so I wouldn't stress out in front of the camera and collapse under the pressure. And I'm filling out the letters in my rainbow colors, just using a set of highlighters I found. I think Sharpie makes them. You can find them at your local CVS. So there be August. There's the month, outlining that out so that I can glance at it all the time, because I can never remember what day is coming up for Saturday, and that's something I need to know a lot. And then we are going to put in our best moments. And here I noticed that I can't just draw lines straight and next to each other. So here I'm making myself a little bit of a guideline, and then I just blow past it anyways. Alright, fix that up in the corner. And then I try again. I'd start from the bottom this time, and then, third time you finally figure it out, and then it's over. And there's my little craving cloud in the corner. So I think this is useful to track. I know when I go back and look at previous journal entries before, I would see certain signals that I wasn't picking up at the time. So what meant a lot to me, what I needed to learn, maybe some repeating aches that just keep showing up, and what I just keep eating. Maybe there's just something in that food that I'm low on and I need to pay attention to, maybe that deficiency. Let's wrap that up. Move it along. Oh, let's put a border on this. Why not? So I had all the intention to do a monthly calendar for tracking and for setting up my training calendar, and then I just forgot entirely to outline that. So I just put the spread that I used last week that worked fine, just putting in my workouts a week at a time. Here's my issue though. So I think about my training a week at a time, and then the training cycle, which is like 3 to 4 months. I don't really think about fitness and health initiatives at a month. So I gotta switch things up for September, because that's when my summer 5K reboot is gonna end, and then I'm gonna move on to the next phase, which is more distance. So we'll see what I come up with. Who knows? I'm tracking the same things, but I also put in there Instagram and YouTube, just to kind of have that log on how much I'm wasting my life on those. So the sun is starting to come through the pages and mess up my white balance. I can't, you learn something new every time. And now I know to sit further away from that window. Hey, hey. And then here's my mileage calendar. So last month I did like the field of flowers, and now I'm gonna do more of a wreath. So I've got my 31 lines there, and I'll just do flowers going up for each day and see how that looks, see how I like it, because I'm not doing a whole lot, you know. And then the sun takes over, and I'm doing this 2 lines a day with 2 pages. That's just going to work out better for me because before I was taking it a week at a time and doing weekly summaries, and those pages were all over, and kind of the point of bullet journaling is to have everything in one space and to have these collections. So since I know that I enjoy doing these 2 lines a day and just doing a quick summary, I'm going to keep that up. And now it's all going to be right there. Okay, so my weight is not something I want to track anymore. It's very frustrating and makes me feel bad about myself. I went down to weighing myself once a month, but even that like gets in my head. So I know that my clothes are fitting a lot better, even though it shows that I've gained a pound. So I'm gonna start tracking my measurements. I'll do first and end of the month, and then I think I'll even stretch that out over training cycles just to see the overall differences. So I kind of sketched out this lady and then filled her in with funky colors just to add some pizzazz. On the right is just, I needed an open page to write out the Run For It August challenge and all those explanations. I thought that'd be easier to have available on Instagram for people to read instead of watching a 10-minute video where I'm just blabbing away. What's coming up? I don't remember. Let's find out. Oh, and this is my new attempt to the weekly tracker. Having those blocks in place, it looked nice, but I'm losing that functionality of tracking when my cravings are hitting. If they're, if I wake up hungry or if just it's happening at night, which right now at night, I just, I'm trying to eat healthy all day and then I can't sleep because I'm just craving all the things. So I think that's still important to me to track. So I started the time at 4 a.m. Nothing really happens between midnight and 4 a.m. for me, thankfully. And then the sun came out and I gave up on that. So you'll just see the finished product after I scan through all this. And I really like how the highlighters look and they don't bleed through. Very nice. There's my nice parkrun layout. So yeah, tune in for next month when I start switching up the layout again, because that's the point of bullet journal. It's perfect for people that are never happy. And I'll see you then. Thanks.